It's been strange. I've obviously probably played them 3 times now this season already, just in the little bit that I've been here. But sometimes it's hard when you play the same teams over and over again because no one really changes their style of play that much. And when you start to understand their players and they start to understand you, it becomes a bit of a stalemate between the two teams. But there's always little things that you can pick up on in games and little things that we've been looking at in video and trying to change for the next game.
Yeah, similar scenario last year where LAFC played Vancouver like really throughout the end of the season and then into the playoffs. For you to have gone up there and experienced that turf, it's no longer really a mystery. People talk about like if you don't play on turf, it can be a disadvantage. But how did you make the playing surface? What did you think of playing on that field? And is it really different from what you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I don't normally play on turf, like regardless of where I am. It was probably one of the first times I have. It takes the body quite a while to adjust to the turf, but that's after the game. So during, it's not really that much of a problem. It obviously takes you maybe 10-15 minutes to get used to the bounce, how either fast or slow the pitch is gonna play. And no, I mean, it's not much of a disadvantage, but I mean, if you play on it week in, week out, it could be a little bit of an advantage. Yeah.
Just tougher on your body afterwards, or how did you feel it?
Yeah, I mean, it probably took me an extra few days to recover from the game, but I mean, if we can do the job when we get there, we won't have to see that AstroTurf again.
Yeah. Lastly, the Dodgers right now are going through their championship parade. Have you seen? I mean, you know what it's like, how important it is in communities where you've lived to win championships, and what that means for the people there. Have you felt any of that energy, I guess, during this World Series or inside the city? What do you make of, what it's like to live here while the Dodgers, or you haven't experienced the Lakers, but the Dodgers win?
I mean, personally, I don't follow baseball that much. I probably will do in the coming years, but I mean, the vibe around the place has been completely different since the championships and stuff. And I mean, it's always good for communities to win things as well as your own personal team. So hopefully we can bring a bit of that energy from this week and take it into the game this Sunday.
Thank you. Lonzo, baseball's not very big in Rochdale?
No, definitely not.
So just a quick follow-up to Josh. Do you recall, as a professional, having played before on turf? Like 1 time, 4 times?
Apart from the last time I was in the MLS,
Yeah.
probably when I was like 14 years old. So it does take a bit of hardy graft getting your body used to that. I mean, if you're playing it week in, week out, it probably is something your body gets used to. But when you're used to, like, even the turf, like actual grass here is a lot harder to me than at home. It normally rains and gets nice and soft, so my body takes a little while to adjust to how hard the grass is here as well. So it's just something that your body has to get used to.
I mentioned your hometown, and I know you had some family visit recently and experience
Yeah.
playing at BMO Stadium. I'm picturing like a contingent of people in and around Greater Manchester who are tuned into the MLS Cup playoffs and your performance. Is there a little community there that's tuned into what's happening here?
Yeah, I mean, some of my friends and my family are definitely waking up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning to watch the games, and fair play to them because it's a tough thing to do when you've got to work a job the next day. But yeah, there's definitely people tuning in.
Lastly, man of the match performance this last time, still somewhat new to the club, and that's quite an honor from the supporters particularly. The game really spoke to your strengths, which are just constant movement, constant support of your teammates. Can you describe the feeling of the man of the match performance, receiving that recognition at home in front of the home fans?
Yeah, I mean, it came as a bit of a surprise. I tend to just like to do the work that I do and go under the radar most of the time. But I mean, for the fans to recognise the work that I am doing is a great honour. And I mean, it's not about personal performances really. It's about the team getting the job done. Yeah.
Sorry, one more thing. Any plans or anything you can share with us about what you might have in mind for the 2-week layoff or 10 to 14 days you might have off?
No, we're not thinking about that yet. I mean, because of the situation of the 3 games, we're looking at the game and we haven't discussed any plans of anything. We're just taking it game by game at the moment.